I'm wet. It's raining pretty hard, actually. I went to the bank to see if they could cash me a check, and they said no, they couldn't. It would be the same thing as what my other bank said. So now I got 10 minutes, probably not gonna make it, but I'm gonna try to go over to my other bank. I might just go home because I got soaked. The parking lot turned into a river during the few minutes that I was in here, and I let the rain pile up, and so I went from a little puddling to a river that I ran through, and so my socks and shoes are soaked completely. So I don't think I'm gonna do anything else today. Probably go home, take these off, and see how it plays out. But lightning like crazy too. It's all a big one. It looks like it hit the mall. I don't know, but I think I'm just gonna head straight home. Bye. Hello everybody, I'm here in my brother's car. We're going to go hang out with a friend, and I got my vlog stick. So I'm going to extend it right now, and I'm fixing to surprise somebody with a hello, unless there's an objection.
What? You using your stick? Is it even aiming properly?
No.
It's probably aimed at the ceiling because I have to get the hang of this thing. Okay, that's a little bit better.
Failure.
I can see when it's pointing at me. Now it's pointing at me.
Epic fail.
Alright, so this is with the end of it down at my waist right now. So it'll take some getting used to. I don't really have room right now. I'm gonna tilt it down. See if I gotta. Yeah, okay. So at the end of my arm, way down here, and the camera's right next to my face. So it's the exact length of my arm, basically. And it should make things go a little smoother at certain times. Other times, not so much. So yeah. So it was my friend in 15 minutes, and hopefully with this rain, which did die down a little, I had some trouble with my socks being wet. So we got delayed leaving for that reason, but I already talked to you guys about that, so I'm going to go now because my brother wants to play some music, and I can't do that at the same time on account of copyright issues. So yeah. Hello everybody. Vlog stick. Vloggity stick. Alright, the trick is holding it just at the right angle, make sure it's pointing it at me. But this is all the way out at the extension. I have to tilt the camera a little bit if I'm going to hold it lower while doing this. So now I got to get hold of a tripod. So once I have to get number one, a good surface. To put a tripod on. Number two, get a tripod. A small tripod probably would be better, although I do have a bigger one somewhere that I can find. Ooh. Hello. Ooh. Yo, what's up? Just had to play with that for a second. So what did I do today? When you saw me in the car, you may have got a glimpse of my brother and sister who were on the front seat. I sat in the back because I wanted to pull that shot off with this thing before I showed you around. You heard them laughing about certain things. Yeah, we went to a friend's. We played some Mario Kart, quite a bit of it. A little bit of Nintendo Land. And then we sent home. We had straightened some things out, figure a few things out for certain things. I have something tomorrow which may or may not qualify as a kind of job, depending on how it plays out. I don't know for sure. I'm trying to see. It feels like this thing is curving ever so slightly. They said that wasn't going to happen, but it's fine if it does. So right now I'm basically holding you guys like a fishing pole. It has just the slightest little amount of curve. Maybe my camera's a little bit heavier than the recommended. I think it was, but could be, and that's why. We'll just try not to hold it out too much. But basically, even without it, I can do this. and hold you out here and still have a little bit of a better grip and not have to hold it quite as high. And now it's all the way pulled in its shortest mode, and that's that. So it is 3:15 in the morning. I'm closing this vlog out. I'm supposed to be up and going to someplace at 10 a.m. But my mom and sister just wanted to talk about everything under the sun, and I had to wait on the trash to get ready to go out. But my mom wanted to clean out an entire watermelon before that was the case. And again, lots and lots of talking with my mom and my sister about all sorts of things under the sun. We weren't sure about impeachment and exactly how that process plays out entirely. I thought I did, at least to an extent, but I was pretty young when the last one happened with Bill Clinton. But I thought it was interesting that the simplicity of things is that the impeachment itself is not as difficult as I thought it was, and not as involved as I thought it was, and not as requiring big things as I thought it was. But it doesn't remove the president from office. Basically, the way it works in a nutshell is, and this took me lots of YouTube videos and research and trying to figure out exactly what it was, piecing things together, because nobody came out and just straight out said it. Basically, if the president commits a crime, any crime, it could be a major offense, it could be a misdemeanor. That's all it takes, even just a little misdemeanor. Congress then has the prerogative, if they want to pursue impeachment. And it's justified because he broke a law. The president isn't. No one's above the law, even the president. If the Congress, specifically the House of Representatives, feels that something may be happening, they can investigate whether they want to go through a process of impeachment. They will file articles of impeachment for each and every thing that they think may or may not have been violations of the law, or something the president may have done. And so they have one of the committees, the House Judiciary Committee, I believe, looks at all the possibilities and decides which ones they're going to pursue, which ones they aren't going to pursue. All the ones they decide to pursue, they then present to the entirety of the House of Representatives. And then the House of Representatives votes on whether they think the president did something that a president shouldn't do, or even just a law-abiding citizen shouldn't do, if they want to go that way with it. Because the president is a law-abiding citizen, not a leader deserving special treatment. No one is in the United States. And then this simple majority vote. Everyone votes in the House of Representatives. Simple majority vote. If the majority says that the president is deserving of impeachment, by majority wins against the president, boom, that's it. The president is impeached at that point. Then the next step is to try him and to decide whether or not he has to be removed from office. That's step 2. Andrew Johnson, Richard Nixon, and Bill Clinton all had articles of impeachment brought against them, and they started the impeachment proceedings for all 3. Richard Nixon resigned before it went any further than that, so he was, I believe, I couldn't get as clear an answer on things with Nixon. 7 minutes of me talking. Alright. Vlog got a little longer. That's good. So I believe he did not get impeached. He resigned before that could happen. Andrew Johnson was impeached over a law that was actually created while he was trying to remove the Secretary of War from his position. He wanted to remove him from position, and the Congress said, no, we don't want to let him do this. So they quickly passed a law making it illegal to do so. He then continued to try to do so, and they took him in and impeached him for it. But he stayed in office because after the House votes, they take it to court, and the Senate then votes after having a full-on trial. The Chief Justice of the Supreme Court resides over it, but does not make the final decision. It's more of a grand jury style thing. And then you once again have a majority vote after everything goes through. A vote, I should say, but not a majority vote, because it takes 2/3 a vote to remove the president from office, because you got to be really sure he did something wrong. So half of the House of Representatives, majority of House of Representatives, to impeach the president. And at that point, the president is impeached. Andrew Johnson was impeached. Bill Clinton was impeached. Neither of them were removed from office, though, because one vote, it can end one vote for Andrew Johnson, but he stayed in office. Bill Clinton, not as close. He stayed in office as well. Whether or not it's the right thing to do to keep someone in office after they've been impeached, I don't know. I would like to think that if enough evidence has been presented, that people would be willing to look objectively at a situation and act accordingly, regardless of party preference or anything else. And if enough injustice has been done, then the people willing to go against party lines would, in my book, gain a lot of respect from me. That maybe not all of what they've lost, but a good deal of it, basically. That's it in a nutshell. And it's almost at 10 minutes. I know it's going to stop at 10 minutes for this clip. So hopefully I didn't bore you with all that, but hopefully I educated you a little bit. So, gotta go to bed now. Good night, everyone. See you tomorrow. Bye.